welcome back to Einstroth Academy. And today we shall continue our story with the Student Council. But before we go on, let's have some insight into what our characters are thinking. Please, Ren Adrastia, describe what your character's thoughts are.
I find it extremely curious that one of our robot guards is sentient. I wonder if it was just a mistake, but something so complex can't have been, right? Was it intentional? Well, either way, I'm sure Ella will have quite some fun with her new... Would it be offensive to call a sentient robot a toy? Probably. Anyways, I also have to continue investigating the Reyna problem. And I really do hate to use her like that, but I probably would have kept seeing her anyway, so I don't feel too bad. Ren's subconscious, meanwhile, is more in turmoil than his surface thoughts. And I will read a little poem to try and convey some of what he's thinking under the surface. Red, like the blood that's still on my hands. It spreads in my wake, heeds my every command. Orange, like the haze that lights up the sky. When a star falls to earth, passes horizon line. Yellow, sweet nectar of small winged soldiers. They have but one weapon, must perish to use it. Yet it matters not if they live or they die, for their queen will make more, and continue their hive. Green, like the hair of my dearest friend. Oh fuck this charade, I cannot pretend that when I saw the rainbow, my life didn't end. I want to go back to that colorless void, before all the chaos, the masks, and the noise. I'd like to observe in black, gray, and white. I'd like to return to when things were all right.
Thank you, Ren. Ella Alexer, please tell us what your character is thinking.
Well, it hasn't been too long since I've had some of these thoughts. But I think now's a good time to start on my extracurricular activities. I got myself a new robot, a new plaything. Was able to commandeer it from the other robot guards. This one's a little spicy though. Has its own personality, seems to be a little sentient. That makes things even more fun. Anyways, things should be ready for the party tonight. We'll see how many people we can get under our control.
Thank you, Ella. Azathoth, what is your character thinking?
I think it's pretty similar to last session, as excluding the whole robot ordeal. So I think the whole lamp night terror thing is really sticking to him. And with how busy he's been in Einstroth recently, with all the... I mean, he's only been here for 2 days. I think he's just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And trying to figure out what a student council duties are, because vice president isn't so straightforward. But mostly what the fuck the lamp is.
Thank you, Azathoth. And last but not least, Emma Hemlock, please tell us what you are thinking.
Well, I have a small journal entry. We got some automancy guards now to keep the students safe, though one of them is sentient. We decided to let Ella have it, and hopefully Ella, and I think Fate is what she named it, won't cause too much trouble. I'm just glad that we have the other guards, though. We don't want a repeat of the first day. Sincerely, Nimma Hemlock.
Thank you, Nimma. And to begin the session off, please roll me a perception or investigation check as you continue to monitor the recordings being sent to your mobile device.
Alright.
What did you roll?
21.
21. Alright. Nima, as you continue monitoring all the recordings through all of the dorms, you see people decorating. Starfall, and specifically decorating their guard bots. However, when you switch over to your Solaran recordings, you see Ebony Prescott and Solara Morgans approaching the Solaran dorms.
Ebony is Luna Bright, and the other person I don't think I've heard of. Can I look into the other person and see what dorm she's from?
Solara Morgans is Lunar Bright as well.
Okay. Do they seem to be talking about anything in... What do they seem to be talking about? Can I tell? Or hear?
As you look through the eyes of your guard bots, they seem to be wary of their presence. They seem to be straight-faced and serious. Solara Morgans is holding a piece of paper. Ebony looks like she's thinking about something. You could see her face sort of contort as she's seemingly making hard decisions inside her head.
Nima will just, she'll kind of keep an eye on that screen specifically, and she'll have the, tell the robots that if they start talking to, let her know so she can listen in.
You watch as Ebony reaches into her pocket and enter a key inside the Solaran dorm's lock and open the doors. She steps through them.
Oh. Okay.
Do you wish to do anything?
Yes, why would she have a key? Trying to decide if I'm gonna have the robot ask them a question or not. As they're walking in, the robot's gonna ask, she's gonna ask the robot to ask them what their business is in the Solaran dorms.
Your voice transmits through the robot. Ebony Prescott responds by saying, "What's it to you? I'm merely visiting a friend."
Last time someone visited a dorm, not some things didn't happen.
So
Or
does that
whoa,
mean everybody who visits a
One
different
second.
dorm
I
means...
messed that up. I messed that.
What are you
I
trying to
messed
get at
that
here?
I'm just trying to make sure everyone's safe.
Everyone
and that's a fair
is
enough
safe,
answer.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm merely
free to go.
visiting a friend.
That's alright.
By the way, I don't approve of your policy. I'm assuming this was the student council's doing.
It was.
And it seems like the The robots are recording, is that right?
They do not go in buildings.
So what
They
if you
stay
catch
outside.
somebody through the windows changing? What happens then?
We do not look through the windows, they look outwards.
Okay, but you're clearly moving the robot towards the door looking inside the window where we currently are.
I
What
assure you,
stops that kind of oversight from happening?
it won't happen.
Then why is it
I assure
happening
you.
now?
Only because of safety concerns.
Safety concerns, isn't that such a good excuse? Such a good excuse to have robots going into our dorms in the middle of the night, looking for whatever it is you want to do. Such a very good excuse. Now, if you can excuse me, Shibians close the door. Have a good
You have a
day.
good day.
Meanwhile, Ren Adrestia, you're in the Solaran dorms cooking a meal for one Raina Jones. Please tell us what you're making for her at this current moment.
Well, she asked me for cake. So, well, this is what he's gonna try to do. He's gonna try to make a cake in different shades of red velvet that's shaped like gears. And sort of layer it up. And then he's gonna do black frosting and like some white chains around the edges and frosting. And a little top hat on top. And then a few gears like painted on the sides with like gold leaf or something. He's making a Raina cake.
Please roll me a perception check as you continue baking this cake. $16. Actually, I believe you accidentally rolled that advantage.
I get advantage.
You do get
my
advantage. 16.
Yeah.
Rena Justia, every now and then as you look back to check in on Reina, she seems to be patiently waiting on the table. Every time you glance over, she smiles. But one of those times you secretly take a peek and you can see her texting frantically at her phone underneath the table.
He's gonna kind of like clear his throat. Who are you talking to, if you don't mind me asking? Of course, you don't have to tell me.
Just some friends. Is it alright if I invite a couple over? I know we're gonna do something else, but... Actually, Ren, I have a question for you.
Yes, what is it?
What are you doing in Einstroth?
Well, my parents expect me to continue the company, and can't exactly do that with no education, can I?
Is that really all you want? Just to continue the company?
By the way, that is a deception check on his part.
A deception check, I was about to ask.
Yeah.
And she will continue by
A
saying,
deception check.
do you really have nothing you want for yourself?
$21 on his deception check. There are things I want for myself, yes. Doesn't everyone want something?
Can I ask what those things are? Or is that personal?
I think when you tell me, I'll tell you.
What do you mean by that? She fails her insight check.
Well, I think this sort of thing should be mutual. So if I will tell you right now, you would also have to tell me the truth about what you are doing here.
Tell the truth. Right. At this
He
moment,
kind of grins at
Ren,
her.
The oven dings and the cake is ready.
Mm-hmm. You will take it out and start decorating it.
The truth. Well, I guess I have my own secrets. So how about let's play a game? How about us play a game?
I do like games.
You do like it. I can tell. For every question I ask you, you can ask me one. And we continue on going until one of us wishes to stop. What do you think about that?
Well, are we promising to tell the truth?
Yes, let's tell the truth.
Inside check.
Go ahead. DC 17.
Come on, dice, don't fail me now.
Well done.
How's that?
She seems to be resolved. Her face seems confident, but you notice that she is a little bit shaken about what she's going to ask. And she's also worried about what you might ask.
Okay. Who's going first?
Well, since I did suggest the game, I guess you first? Give me a question.
Not ladies first? Well, alright. Let's start with something a little less personal.
Okay, I'm fine with
Out of all
starting
the
slow.
robots you've made, which was your favorite?
My favorite. When I was a child, I really liked the concept of flying ships, so I made a really small-scale replica of an airship. It barely even worked. It hovered like 5 inches off the ground. But that, out of all of my creations, that was my favorite one. Is that answer
Rather
good enough
sweet,
for you?
I think. Yes, it was.
Okay.
Do you want to make a bigger version someday?
Yes, I
Sorry,
do.
that's too many
That's-
questions.
No, I'll just ask two.
Alright. Go on.
I want to make a bigger one someday. That's actually my dream. I want to learn how to do it here at Einstroth, and who knows, maybe make a company for it. Hopefully I can.
So you're an entrepreneur. Interesting.
Just a little. My turn. What's your favorite color?
Gray.
I have another question, but can I ask why? Would that count as one? Would that?
I'll let you have a freebie.
Why gray?
It reminds me of my childhood.
Your childhood was
What you
gray?
will. Yes.
Well, I had another question, but this is more interesting. Why would you describe your childhood as gray?
Yeah, because that's what it was.
No more details other than that? Really?
If you want more details, well, you have more questions, don't you?
Fine, okay, your turn.
Don't you get 2 questions to ask me?
Okay, sure.
Exactly.
Why?
It'll only be fair. Why?
Why gray?
That is quite the story, but I'll give a briefer answer for now, until we know each other a little better.
Uh-huh.
Where I grew up, there wasn't much color, and let's just say that when color was introduced into my life, my childhood was very quickly over with.
What do you mean by that?
I had to grow up very fast.
That makes sense. Sorry, that's an extra question from me. Your turn.
Sorry. Oh, I should have been thinking of one while you were talking.
No, go ahead. You have time to think. Or I can ask you another question and you just get 2 next.
Sure, go on.
I get that you had to grow up fast, but is it because of something you couldn't control, or give me whatever details you want to give me. Is it
A force out of my control and out of my league interrupted my life, and the things were forever changed. One could even say I am an entirely different person in the before versus the after.
You're very mysterious, Mr. Wren.
Oh, that's part of my charm.
You have those questions for me?
Yes, I think I do. What drives you most of all? Is it spite, ambition, creativity? What is it?
What drives me? Define drive for me.
What got you into Einstroth? Let you rise above your peers? What keeps you going each and every day? What do you cling onto in your lowest moments? What do you use to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing?
In all honesty, I want to raise my family.
Raise a family or raise up your family?
Raise up my family. But
I
I
suppose then
also
my next
want to chase
question-
after
okay.
my dream. And eventually
torn
achieve
between the-
my goal.
And if you don't mind me asking, what is that goal?
That'll be another question.
You did say I had two.
Make the world a better place.
But I suppose I have been being pretty vague as well.
It's only fair.
Perhaps we'll play this game again when we feel that we can be more detailed.
Actually, I have one more question. Is that fine?
Yes, go ahead.
I know you've only been here for a couple days, but you grew up around the academy, and you've seen how nearly all the successful people in Einstroth comes from there, without giving much chances to well, anybody who goes anywhere else. How do you
Yes.
feel about Einstroth Academy?
He
She's-
pauses for a very long moment. Do you want the safe answer? Or the answer that might get both of us killed?
I want the answer that you want to give me. Right now, she's displaying a different look than she had been wearing previously. She's no longer smiling, rather, she seems dead serious. I will take whatever you'll give me.
That's a dangerous thing to say to someone like me. But very well. How do I feel about Einstroth? I think I would very much like to see it burnt to the ground. Does that answer your question?
She looks at you. She studies you. Seems she's trying to piece it all together, but some things are still missing.
He kind of gives her a little smile.
Wait. What?
You wanted the honest answer, yes?
Want to burn it to the ground?
Let me ask my last question, then I believe we should be done with this for tonight. Not that we can't play again some other time.
Remember when I said I had friends coming over?
Yes.
Well, let's say my friends and I, we think similar to you?
It's a lot to do with my next question, I think.
Ask your
How
next
far
question.
are you willing to go to achieve your goals?
I'm willing to die for it.
Fair enough. I am curious to meet these friends of yours. Do you want me to stick around?
And as you say that, you hear shuffling at the front door. An argument happening between them and what seems to be the guard outside.
I'll go out there and see what's going on. Is everything alright out here?
Yes, actually. You must be Ren. Is that right?
I don't know who else I'd be.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ebony. And this is my friend Stellara from the Morgans family. You must have heard from them. They're a very wealthy family. Stellara Morgans extends her hand to greet you. This is my first time meeting an Adrastea.
Yes, we're a private sort of person. People. And he'll stick out his hand and shake her hand back. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There seems to be some robots outside. Let's head on. Let's go to somewhere private, like one of the offices. Is that fine?
Is Raina coming along?
Yes. Reina, please lead the way. She nods, turns around, and begins heading to one of the offices in the Solaran dorms.
Wait. Do you guys want cake? I'd hate to let my cake go to waste, you know?
Yes, I do. I've heard from Reina that you were baking a cake.
Well, the cake is for Reina, so I guess I should ask her if she wants to share it. You kind of look over.
She nods her head, smiling.
Nice.
We'll meet you inside the offices.
Let me just put the finishing touches on it.
Perception,
Is-
insider investigation.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm rolling it 1 second. $23.
Although she put on a great facade, Ebony Prescott is nervous. She's still unsure of you, for whatever reason, and based on what Reina has told you so far, and what your friends have told you so far, this might be a dangerous group to be dealing with.
Yes. He's gonna finish up the cake. He takes as long as he needs to make it look, well, as close to perfect as it can get. Do I need to roll anything for how good the cake is?
Do you have a cooking kit?
No. But I do have a really high performance.
And roll me a performance check. Although, because you are you're not proficient in cooking kit, I will have to make you roll at normally.
Normally? Okay, so no
Normally.
advantage.
Yes, no advantage.
Okay. 17?
This cake's actually pretty well done. It's above average in cakes, but not at a luxury cafe level.
Okay. Good enough for me. He's gonna bring it into the room. Place it, and whatever. He's gonna like drag a little table in for it, I suppose, and some plates and forks and napkins.
That actually looks really delicious. Thanks, Ren.
Thank you. You asked for cake, and I'll deliver.
Reina stands up on her chair. And motions for you to take a seat.
He does so.
You do so. Ebony starts. I assume Reina has brought up some key information, is that right?
If the information is that none of you are the biggest fans of this interesting institution, then yes.
Yes, exactly that. I'm gonna cut straight to the point, Ren. Do you want to help us burn down Einstroth?
Well, that does entirely depend on how you plan to do it and why.
Before we answer any of those questions, my friend here, Solara, is a contract magic user. She has herself a paper which only have 3 key terms. 1, you won't mention anything about anything that is said or done inside this room to anyone ever. 2, You won't act negatively against what we're trying to do if we were to give you this knowledge. And 3, you'll join us in our efforts.
Well, I can't exactly agree to that until I know what those efforts are.
They are goals very similar to the ones that Reina has told me about you. As a matter of fact, she was texting me the entire time, keeping me updated.
You'll kind of look over at Reina.
She kind of
Right.
gives you an apologetic look. Sorry, Ren. Ebony clasps her hands together on the desk. Ren, would you like to help us burn down Einstroth?
Again, you asked me to commit to something without knowing why or how. That just seems rather suicidal.
Okay. What do you want to know?
I think I've said it already. Why are you doing this? And how will you pull it off?
To make the world a better place, not just Einstroth.
Right. Are you talking about the surface?
I'm talking about more than just the surface. I'm talking about the future. The people who will live in the future. I don't want Einstroth to exist anymore. I have my own personal reasons for that, and forgive me for not revealing them to you at first glance. I know it's exactly what I'm asking of you. But we do have similar goals. And I think that we'd be very good allies.
I think so as well, but a binding contract that disallows me from ever acting against you or changing my mind is a bit. It's not the best way to make allies.
We can amend the contract. What would make you comfortable? We would still need a security of sorts. How would you say about something akin to mutually assured destruction?
I am all about mutualism, as Reina can tell you.
He is a really big fan of consent. Ebony nods. Right. Okay. I will reveal to you one very key secret of mine if you reveal me yours. One of yours. Both must be extremely damaging to our reputations or social standings.
And I'm guessing if one of us puts the secret out, the other one drops into the world.
Exactly. That way we won't need a formal contract.
I think I'm much more comfortable with this, although I will also ask that we promise not to use the secret against each other.
Naturally.
Naturally. Now, the question is, who is going first?
As a show of good faith, I will start.
I was going to suggest a coin flip, but I won't say no to good faith.
Rin, how long have you known Harlow Astoria?
Few days.
Well, you must already know her family though, right? The Astorias, the Mythos Media Consortium, the candy bars that are named after her. The shows, the movies, the clothing, everything's always about her.
I'm not entirely sure she wanted that to be the case,
But is it right for a
yeah.
society to allow that to happen? For a family to be so well connected in media to portray anything, however, whenever, wherever they'd like?
Oh yes, of course. But, well,
Isn't that
when your
bad?
family controls all the power in Einstroth,
That's
would you
exactly what
rather
I'm
hit the
talking
critical
about.
mass?
Who let that happen?
A system that forever filters the wealth and power upwards until it's all concentrated in very few hands.
Don't get me wrong, I am from a somewhat well-off family, but one thing I do notice. This entire system, it's not right. It's not natural.
Agreed.
And I want it to change.
Agreed.
Through fire, ice, death, famine, I don't care, but it has to change.
So, then what is your secret?
Ren, I've met some people. Some people from the surface. And Solara has too. So has Reyna.
And what did you think of them?
We are leeching off them. We've destroyed their lives. And for this corrupt city-state, for everyone here to live oh so peacefully while the rest of the world suffers.
Oh, I am well aware. Is that your secret?
No. This is gonna sound weird. I love Harlow Astoria.
Childhood friends to lovers? What a sweet story. Or is it more of that love that could flip to hatred at any given moment?
Admire her. She's all I've thought about for quite some time. And I want to save her. I want to save her
what?
from everything. Those moments in elementary school where she was burdened with those shows, those advertisements, those appointments, those diets. I want to save her. But I want her family to burn.
Big ol' fucking insight check on this.
DC 22.
Fuck. Would I get advantage on it for any reason, or just flat?
I don't think so.
Come on. You know what? Fuck it. I'm using my birthday 20 on this.
He seems to be giving half truths. You're not sure whether she's deluded, she's obsessed, or whether she actually cares about the betterment of the world, or whether or not she's actually in love with Arlo Astoria, but she clearly feels passionate about everything. There's more to the story that she's not letting on, but at least in a way, she means all of this.
He kind of narrows his eyes and studies her. Is that all?
You wish for more?
Just wondering if there's more to it.
There's most definitely more to it.
Tell me, is your love for Harlow pure, innocent, romantic, or is it tainted by something else?
Ah, pure. Tainted. What's the difference? I just want her.
Even against her will.
Even better.
Ren looks over at Reyna. And she sees nothing but pure disgust on his face. But he doesn't show it to anyone else in the room.
Reyna's also a little bit unnerved.
The disgust isn't directed at Reyna, to be clear. It's just like he's fucking not okay with this at all.
Yes.
I can't allow for that.
Oh, I promise it'll be all fine. I wouldn't do anything too untoward. After all, she's precious. She's my everything.
My dear, what is the point if she does not love you back?
She will. She'll see. She'll know. I've been
No.
treating her badly these last couple years, and there were things I had to do to get myself out of certain perceptions. But really, all I want is the best for her.
The thing is, because I keep my word, I'll tell you a secret back. But that secret should tell you exactly why. I will never allow that to happen. Why I cannot work with that. Got it? And he actually, for the first time ever, because he's always so chill, He looks a little bit angry.
Does this mean that we are not of an agreement?
It doesn't mean anything. We haven't made an agreement. But I will keep my end of the bargain that we made. Which was a secret for a secret, wasn't it?
Yes.
One cannot say that I don't keep my word.
I appreciate that. That means
Here's-
in the future, even though this might not come to fruition, we might still be able to make some concessions towards one another.
Yes, I suppose we might.
Go on. She leans back in her chair.
He kind of relaxes, puts his feet up. No, he gets a slice of cake and starts fucking eating it. And in between mouthfuls, he says, my parents erased all my memories when I was 12 years old. The only reason I remember anything before then is because of my particular brand of magic. They love me, but they think they know what's best for me. And they sure do not know what is best for me, my dear.
Hold on, I might need something more than that.
What more would you need than the knowledge that the Adrasteas kidnapped and used illegal marionette magic on their own son?
Wait, I didn't hear any of. Wait, sorry, I must have. Repeat that? Kidnapped? From
You
where?
heard what I said. I don't care to say. That's a secret that would blow a hole in Einstroth. I think it's more than equal to the one you shared with me.
Interesting. Ren, you might make me fall in love.
I'm afraid my heart belongs somewhere else.
I'm afraid
But I'm
mine is
flattered,
too.
really.
That shall suffice for my own secret. And, Ren,
Yes.
I hope we do stay friends, or at the very least become some. I think two competent people are always better than one, after all.
I agree, but I will have to disagree if I see that you do not respect what Harlow wants.
I will always act whatever Harlow truly desires. Do not make that
He sighs.
misconception. Reina opens the door. Hopefully we meet again soon, Ren Atristia.
Perhaps we will.
And it was nice meeting you.
This was an enlightening conversation.
Yes. Yes, it has. She curtsies. She takes a moment before passing through the door.
Might I ask, though,
Yes?
Reina can text with you. I too would like a way to contact you, should I change my mind.
Right. Here's my number. She extends her phone to you.
You'll put it in.
And here's my secret phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use this one unless it's absolutely necessary.
Got it.
Nice meeting you.
Nice
He
meeting you as
exits the
well.
room. Solara bows. Also heads out the room. But Reyna stays. You can hear in the distance footsteps going down the hall and exiting the Slaran dorms.
Ryan kind of just turns his gaze over to Reyna and waits for her to speak. His expression is perfectly blank.
Yeah. I'm with them, Ren.
Why them?
Because they are the only ones that can change anything. It's much more than them, than just Ebony and Lara. They're a group. And Ebony isn't the leader, she just has a lot of influence, and I've met one of the leaders. They want change, like real change and I think they can do it. And it might be my only shot at affecting anything at all.
And what's the name of this group?
I can't say.
Contract magic? Or you just won't say?
She doesn't even move.
I see. Reyna, I quite like you, but you can see why I would have issues working with someone like her.
Yes, but
Yes?
she's only a small cog in the system. If anything, if you rise to power within the organization, and you become someone more influential than even her, become someone more valuable, then you could just kick her out.
Do you really believe that?
I don't know. Maybe.
I wish things were that simple, Reyna. Because to me it just sounds too good to be true.
How about this? What if I set up another meeting? Just not with Ebony. Somebody with more power, more influence than she can ever have. And let them pitch it to you. What they pitch to me. Because I promise we both want the same thing, Ren.
Sure. But I do have some stipulations to that.
Just hear them out. Alright?
I will.
She relaxes her shoulders. Loosens up her facial muscles. Enters the room again, closes the door. Grabs a slice of cake and say, I'm sorry for all of this. I shouldn't have sprung this on you like that.
And you shouldn't have kidnapped Beryl either. But here we are.
You know about that.
Of course I do.
Fuck, shit, fuck.
They don't have any real evidence, if that's what you're worried about. Just a theory. But I knew.
How do you know?
Well, wasn't hard to put the pieces together after you started talking about burning Einstroth to the ground and... Well, you're the only one who makes dinosaur robots, or would have the potential to make them. With how much you change your style.
I don't usually
And your
make
initials, of course.
it. Did I?
You can't be so sloppy.
Did I really? Thanks for reminding me.
No problem. I don't exactly want you to get caught, even if I don't agree with your methods.
Is that right?
Is what right?
She stands up from her chair. Leans over you. It's so nice to see that you're caring.
I'm a very caring person.
Would you by chance have some more time?
For you, always.
And Reina leans in for a kiss.
Ren reciprocates.
Ella Alexer. You're inside your greenhouse. Standing next to you is Fate. Your newly appointed guard robot for your very private greenhouse. For the past 15 minutes or so, you've been instructing Fate on how to take care of the plants, where to look out for potential invaders, and your one carnivorous plant that you've chosen to plant within your greenhouse. It seems that this plant is about to bloom.
Ah, just in time. Come watch this. This is a work of art.
So, do I feed this thing like meat or like anything I want?
I think meat would suffice. That or carrots.
Like what kind of meat? Like human meat or what?
Whatever's easiest for you to... Well, whatever I grab. Whatever I get.
Okay. As long as you get it, I mean, unless you want me to grab some students.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yet? Interesting. So does that mean I'm allowed?
Not yet.
Confirmed. So, what is this creature? Is it something like you or different species?
It's similar, but not as sentient.
Not as sentient.
No.
So more like me then.
Yes.
Interesting. Is it anything inside my database or is it a new breed?
Is it a new breed or is it something inside the database?
Ella, you have no clue what you planted.
entirely sure. Cultivated it, did some things to it, decided to plant it, see what would happen.
Right.
You are about to witness the birth of most likely something new.
So you planted in your old greenhouse, like you said, and then you moved it here.
Precisely.
It's already had 2 different homes. Hopefully it develops well. Usually for mortal children, that doesn't happen. My database says that it's quite problematic. In a
You
way.
underestimate what I'm able to do with plants, don't you?
Well, maybe little. And as he says that, it begins to sprout and then grow. Leaves around it begin to sharpen. And you see this creature emerging from the underbrush. Ugh. I
Oh, well.
recognize you.
Oh, well, well. Look at you. All grown. Finally blooming.
You're my mother.
That I am.
Mommy?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Let's see. I think something as beautiful as you needs a name. Something to match your beauty.
A name. What is a name?
It is what you'll be referred to. Apenthes. Yes,
Penthes.
I quite like that
A
name.
Penthes? What type
have
of
an
name
issue?
is that?
Do you have an issue with the name I have chosen?
No issue. What's the meaning for it, Mother?
I don't know, but it fits. Let's just say it means strong and prosperous in our language.
Strong. I don't know this word, strong.
Come here.
She tries to go far, but her roots are still deep within the ground.
So you can't move quite yet, huh?
It appears
Say-
not.
Go grab that thing for me, please, and bring it over here. I'll direct him towards the wreckage. That's pretty heavy.
He kind of lifts it up with one hand. Coming right away. Where'd you want me to drop it?
Go ahead and set it down in front of her.
Alright.
Go ahead. Pick it up.
Pick it up. Okay. She lifts it up with one vine.
I want to try something. Fate, go stand over there.
Okay.
He's level 4.
What?
His moves are just fucking broken. I have
What do you want?
These?
two challenges.
Go ahead. Hit him with it.
Hit him
Throw
with
it.
what?
Throw that.
Throw it at... Okay. It kind of launches this mechanical raptor wreckage all the way to Fate, which looks at you, trying to see if he should dodge or not.
Catch it.
Fate nods and catches it.
How
Good.
fast was it thrown?
It was pretty strong, honestly. If Fate wasn't a robot, chances are it would have actually taken damage.
Perfect. See? That is strength.
Oh. Strength. And prosperous?
Prosperous, yes. That means you will prosper. You will be greater than you think you will be.
Greater than I think I would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like something even better than you, Mom?
Maybe one day.
Okay. What am I supposed to do?
Well, until you're able to move around, you'll mainly be here guarding our home. Along with Fate here. You see, I have plans. Things I'm going to be making that some may not want me to make.
Plans? Plans?
Yes, plans.
What are these plans?
I'm assuming I have like a button on the wall, right?
Right here.
Actually, let me go lock the door real quick.
Already locked.
Quickly lock the door. Can I do a perception check outside to make sure nobody's kind of peering in?
Perception check, please.
Can I get advantage because I'm having these two creatures help me as well?
Fate will be helping you, but I don't think Penthes can. But
Okay.
you do have advantage.
Dirty 20?
There doesn't seem to be anybody outside / or near.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button on the wall.
This area where it's kind of raised for flower pots kind of turns in of itself and has a staircase leading downwards. Underground.
Now that I think about it, maybe I should have Ren here.
Would you like me to contact Ren?
Yeah. I gotta show him what we've got going on down there. I also wanted to see this cool contraption that I came up with.
I will have to reconnect back to Einstroth.
Maybe later then. I want to
Oh.
make sure it's all cleaned up.
Maybe you should just call him on your phone.
I wonder if he's still busy with that girl.
Busy with what?
You know. Extracurricular activities.
Clubs are not available yet, nor are missions or quests.
I think he's getting laid.
Oh! Procreation. Right. An interesting concept.
It's quite fun.
You have experience.
Oh, yes I do.
Would you like to teach me sometime?
I'm gonna text Ren.
Okay,
What
and
did you
shoot
say
Ren a
on your text to Ren?
So the text message to Ren will say,
I'll just
Hey,
search it up later.
Ren. Stop by my greenhouse as soon as you can. I have something to show you. We're
Ren.
getting the business started.
I'm gonna
Ren,
run over to the wall, hit the button again so we can see the cool stair thing happen again.
Ren
What am I in the
Atrastea,
middle
you
doing?
are currently putting on your clothes. Reina's long left the room. You ran out blushing after you did a specific thing you are well known for.
Yeah. Is she okay? Like, can you text her?
I'm fine, just... Wow. Wow. Yeah, wow. I'm in the shower.
Okay.
I'll see you some other time. I'll clean up. Nobody should be back until the nighttime.
Right. Well, as long as it's a good kind of wow, then.
Oh, most definitely. But remember, that meeting.
I remember. See you soon. And he's gonna start walking toward Ella's greenhouse.
It doesn't take very long as you walk into the Ella's greenhouse and you see the door locked.
Fate, I believe our guest is here. Go and lock the door.
Alright. Sorry, I was searching up something. Procreation. It's a very interesting deed.
Yes, it is.
Interesting. Wow. There are
No, sure.
a lot of he's still sitting on the ground. A lot of technicalities on...
Look, you can look at those videos later, but right now, I have stuff to show you.
Oh, sorry. He stands up, goes, opens the door, and brings Ren Adrastea in.
Plus, those videos are very unrealistic and set a bad example of what people expect from this kind of stuff.
Oh,
What
really?
are you talking about, Ella?
Oh, Fate here wants to learn about sex.
Isn't he a little young for that? Or what's your gender? Do robots even have a gender?
What's gender?
I don't know how to explain it, actually. I think it's
Okay.
kind of stupid.
Good question for another time.
Were you going
Okay.
to show me something, or did you just invite me over to hang out?
Oh, yes, I do have something to show you here. Watch over there.
Well, if that's the case, we should hang out later today, because I have lots of things to tell you about.
Oh, of course. I would love to hear about your sexcapades.
It's not just that, but
Oh,
there was some of that as well, yeah.
What
I
is
know.
this sexcapade? Oh, I could tell you all about that later. Yeah, I got videos.
Fate,
Oh god.
over
Okay.
there, now.
Sure, fine.
Appenthis. You'll learn about it in due time when you're able to move on your own.
Alright, mother.
Anyway, Ren, why don't you go stand over by Fate real quick, and you'll get to see something very cool that I totally didn't do already.
Uh-huh. I'm honored that I'm the first one that gets to see such a thing.
I saw it
He's
first.
gonna go stand by the robot.
Me.
Yes, I know.
I'll hit the button on the wall.
You hit the button on the wall, and Ren, you see as this entire sort of partition of the flower pots turn over itself and create a stairway leading downwards.
You know what, Fate? I don't think you have seen this before.
Nope, I've seen it. She pressed the button already.
No, I think I'm the first one to see it.
I
Ever.
think Ren's the first one to see it.
Is this what mortals refer to as gaslighting?
Nope,
I don't think that's a word, actually.
it's not a word.
It says here gaslighting. Definition
We've
and
got more important things than
We got more
than
important things. We're going down the
dictionary
stairs. Come on.
definitions. Let's go.
I'm gonna start kind of pushing him down the stairs.
okay,
Let's go.
okay.
Let's go.
And you all go down the stairs. One moment as it loads. Please let me know when you are inside the map.
Behold.
Oh, I guess, are you in?
Mhm.
Okay.
Behold. One of my greatest
Kind of a strange name for it, but okay.
creations yet. I had them construct my greenhouse over this. An old abandoned facility. Well,
Wow.
come on now. Don't
Oh.
be shy.
How'd she
How
even
honored.
find it? I don't have such a thing in my database.
And I think we're gonna keep it that way.
It's best not to
Right.
ask how she knows things. She just does.
Now, I don't have a whole lot set up quite yet. I do need to clean up a little bit more.
Right.
But I've
Are
already
we going
started...
to talk about the
Oh, I've already started working on
horsefly,
something.
giant horsefly in the room?
Oh, yes.
What do I know about this?
That arcane inscription has always been here. It's never been activated, nor have you seen signs of it activating. You're not exactly sure what it means either.
It looks cool. So I kept it.
Yes, I think that's
Can I
important.
re-
Looking cool, aesthetics, very important.
Can I read the inscription, or do I know what language it's in?
What language can you... Do you understand?
Common, Sylvan, and Undercommon.
I
Okay.
also speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, so if it's any of those. as
Correction,
well.
you know exactly what this says, both of you, or what it means. I believe you know Sylvan too, right, Ella?
Yes, I know Sylvan.
This seems to be a arcane portal. A way to get into the Fey realm. It's old and it's decrepit and basically it's non-functional. But this circle that you're currently on used to be a way for someone, for some purpose, to get into the Fey realm. Which to you all are myths, stories. The only mention of Fey or anything of it come from lullabies. But with the appearance of the arcane wilds, evidence of it actually existing has spread through the public.
Well, yeah, so that's what it is. It's a Feywild portal. I've been trying to get it to work, but something's missing. Something I don't quite understand just yet.
Einstroth
Can I take a
laws
look at it really quick?
F32-A3B. No unauthorized portals can be constructed leading to either new dimensions, different planes, or other unknown spaces. I don't think that's a good idea.
Here's something you'll come to learn. I don't give a fuck what these laws say.
Do you think, if you went there, you'd be
Interesting.
going home, Ella?
I do. I do.
Then I will try my best to help you open it. As much as I miss you. I'm sure I could visit.
I'm sure you could visit. I'm sure there's also a way back.
Probably.
Hold on. I accidentally closed Foundry. Give me a second.
You stand in the middle of this portal, Ella. You can feel a small tingle, a wisp of an energy once used long ago, and you see a glimpse of nature, of the wild, of what things would have looked like if civilization did not exist. A world at its purest state. A world that was meant for you. And you snap back to reality. It seems that it was only a dream.
Hold
Matt.
on. My Foundry is still trying to load.
All good. Timestamp 1:39:25.
Can I do something in the meantime?
1 second. I want to get Ella's reaction first, then yours. Roar.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this? What buttons did I hit to have this happen? Does it still show me in Foundry?
Yes, it does.
Can you kick me out? Is that possible to disconnect me?
Yes, I can. Done.
Thank you.
We are currently at 1 hour and 40 minutes. We can continue the session at a later time, at probably your regularly scheduled time, maybe. Oh wait, you can't.
I don't work tomorrow either.
But isn't Ren busy Saturday?
Tomorrow's not Saturday, thankfully.
I also go to school tomorrow. So maybe
Does
Friday?
Process need to be in Foundry to finish off the scene?
Not really.
Okay.
Oh wait, technically, because he's exploring his own place too.
We could just finish just like one scene with the portal and stuff.
Okay.
Why do you be like these? Oh, I think I'm in. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
I just booted it up in Opera, which doesn't work as well as Chrome, but it works.
Starting.
Wait. Okay, I'm back.
1 hour, 42 minutes flat.
42, got it.
Ella, you snap back to reality.
Whew, there goes gravity.
Ren, what do you do?
Can I sort of walk around the edge here, and just sort of investigate it? Arcana check or investigation check. What does
Arcana
this
or
thing need to
investigation?
work? Okay. Does it need a power source? Does it need a rip in reality? What does it need?
Arcana or investigation?
Okay.
Can I assist?
This is gonna be a very high DC. 25.
I'll just give you advantage and guidance then, Ella.
What was it? I only got a +1 to both of those.
Oh, you only get a +1. Okay, I thought you were intelligence based. Never mind. I get a +2
I'm a wisdom
to
based.
Arcana. Okay.
If I could do a nature check, I could.
Do you want to give me advantage or?
I can give you advantage, yeah.
Okay. We'll see if I can hit it. Dang. No.
Unfortunate. For now, at least. The method to use this portal escapes you. You're not sure why it doesn't work. Maybe it just stopped working due to time, dust, or any other variable.
This is going to require a lot of reading, isn't it?
It will. But this is also something that I've been working on for the past 15 years.
You didn't tell me.
I have
You
my
sneaky little
secrets.
thing.
I have my secrets.
I
as you
know,
have
I
yours.
know. I know.
As a reminder, traveling to other planes is illegal. I think it's important
not-
to say that.
I'm not too concerned.
My
with the
dear
laws at this
robots,
point.
Ella does not give a singular fuck about what is legal. And, I don't either.
Interesting.
Aren't you glad
Bucket,
that
I
I'm
guess.
the one who picked you up?
Can I come with you?
That's
Well,
the
of
spirit.
course. See, aren't you glad that I'm the one who picked you up?
Well, that because I would have probably been disassembled. Most likely, I think. That's what
True.
I think would happen.
Very true. Anyway, there's still some more to this.
What do you need all this space for?
I'm glad you asked. You see, not too long ago, and this may be in the databanks that you have about us, but I was sent to rehab. Ren, you remember that, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, Joyce.
Though it was
that
fun towards the end there.
It really was. We had our little jailbreak for a little bit. Oh, it was great. Son of a bitch.
It seems that you went to the same rehab as another student, one Frost Firedrop.
Ah, yes, the little pixie girl.
Yes.
We had some fun times there. But more for another time. You see, while I was there, I wasn't just there for the consumption of alcohol and drugs, but also for learning how to make some.
Learning how to make some. Like
Yes.
production.
Well, you see, plants are kind of my specialty. And there are a plethora of plants when manufactured in different ways, provide you with different reactions in the brain.
Perception check as you pass through these phases.
Perception?
Perception.
From both of us?
Both of you.
Got a 9.
Okay.
DC is 18.
Damn.
I'm rolling bad today. Or I am now. I wasn't earlier.
Anyway, you see,
Are you
and-
saying what you think I'm saying? What I think you're saying?
well, let me get into it here. And Ella will pull out a couple different bags and just kind of sit down on the ground right here. You see, plants are kind of amazing. And they have all of these wonderful effects. Like this one, for instance. And she'll have a bag and some leaves, and in her hand are, just some green leaves in one hand, and then in the bag are the dried up same leaves. These leaves, for instance, if you dry them out and then roll them up in paper,
Those
and then
are
start
hallucinogens.
not these ones.
Hallucinogens.
Not these ones, although I do have some of those.
Interesting.
No, these ones here. This one's a nice one. It can improve your mood. It can actually increase your perceived hunger and even alter some of your senses a bit. My favorite is the fact that it can alter your sense of time. Say you're having a real shitty day, smoke some of this, and next thing you know, the day will be gone and you'll have been happy the entire day.
Relaxants.
Essentially.
Interesting.
She'll put those back in her pocket, reach into her bag that she has, and pull out a little bag of white powder. This one's a bit of a longer process, so I'm not really gonna explain it. But after you're done, you end up with this fine powder. Now, you can either snort this or just ingest it through your mouth, kind of rub it on your gums. But when you take this drug, you become extremely happy and very energetic, and you feel like you can complete any task when you set your mind to it. It also allows your mental alertness to be at max capacity. These ones are fun. These ones are very fun.
And you wish to produce and what?
Well, sell them, obviously.
To whom?
Well, you see, that's step one. We get the students of Einstroth hooked on this stuff. And that'll be step one to our plan.
You wish to make an enterprise within the drug trade.
Is my family not already doing that?
Ella Elixir, Elixiotech. That seems to be a pun, a play on words. Irony, I think that's what it's called.
Just look at him puzzled. What do you mean?
Well, it's your family is making drugs, and you just told me that you're also making drugs, but they're different types of drugs. So that's irony.
Yeah. Oh, sure. She'll put
Interesting.
the powder back into her bag and pull out these seeds. Now, these seeds here come from a very special plant. And what you can do with these is if you extract them, you get a substance that can help with physical pain and the such. But the reason I like it is because it's highly addictive. Once you have it a couple of times, you're always going to want to have more of it.
So we produce them and then we sell them to the students. We have a
done?
lot of space in here. But we will need workers.
That's where the robots come in. You know how I asked you about that thing upstairs?
Seems that
Honestly,
you'll need to entrust yourself to another automancy student. Or wait. You're saying you want me to make them?
if possible, I'd like to keep our circle as small as possible.
I mean, I'd have to start studying right away. I have the database, but... Wait, it says here robots can't create other robots.
Is that another one of those rules?
Yes.
And what do we say about rules?
Fuck them.
You're learning. Here, bend over.
That's
And I'm gonna
fair.
give him a pat on the head.
Ren kind of giggles at that.
More of myself. Creating better, stronger versions. I can improve on designs constantly. Remove limits.
Ren starts
Grow.
wiggling his eyebrows at Ella as the robot is saying this.
Exactly. Plus, the less of us there are, the more we can share between the three of us.
I will start on it right away.
Perfect.
But I will have to disassemble all the source material you will have for me. I need to catch up on so much.
Well, take a look around here. There is quite a bit of machinery that we no longer need in here.
And Ella,
Yes.
if you happen to need some more unorthodox parts, I might know someone.
And there we go. Everything's coming together.
Ren is gonna text that guy who paid compliments to his first night with Reyna.
Hello? This is Einstroth Moving Service. How can I help you? This
This is
is
texting, right?
Ren Adrestia, right? I believe so, I think. Texting.
I thought you would remember me more fondly than that.
Ren Adrestia, the cute one. My apologies.
Much better.
What do you need me for?
Well, what do you think I need you for?
You wish for me to move something in. What do you need?
Some marginally illegal parts in exchange for favor of your choosing.
You can offer him some drugs.
Favor? I'm afraid although you're quite very charming, I do need cash.
Well, cash is no problem. But I thought I could sweeten the deal a little bit.
Cash will do plenty, but I wouldn't mind. Whatever you're thinking, that I think I'm thinking, which I think would be an enjoyable time.
Then it's settled. Name your price.
I'll send you details on it later. What do you need exactly?
He looks over at Ella. Can you get a list from your dear robot friend?
I sure can. Fate, please compile a list of everything we'll need to make a couple more of you.
Ella,
I'd need another one of me. I can't disassemble my own self or my own schematics.
What if we were to somehow acquire one of those guards that we've stationed?
Oh, then that'd be easy. I could just disassemble them. And then
that shouldn't be too difficult.
I think we'll need a little while to get a list then. We'll need to commandeer yet another one of these guys.
Well, then, what's basic stuff you need for now? Anything.
What basic stuff do we need, Fate?
Would you like upgrades? Would you like upgrades?
Upgrades would be nice, yes.
Well, we'll need one of the guards, yes. I think we also need blueprints, schematics of other automancy students. Their input, knowledge, however you get them, that would be useful for me.
Isn't that girl you've been seeing, isn't she an automancy student?
Yes, but if she shares her blueprints, it'll be because she wants to.
Well, we'll find a way.
And Ella, I haven't
Yeah.
told you what I require in return for this service I'm providing. As
What do
much
you
as you are
mean?
my friend, I do have some terms if I'm going to be helping you with this.
Ella will kind of get this grin on her face as she kind of cocks her head to one side.
What do you need?
Well, you know how I feel about a lack of choice.
I do. I do.
The morphine. Is that what you call it?
Well, I hadn't named it yet, but I like the sound of that.
I don't like the idea that people will become addicted, dependent. I know
Well,
you
if they
think
become
morals,
dependent, we could just sell the cure.
and that's what I have a problem with. I know you think morals are silly, Ella, but I do have them.
But wouldn't that be the fastest way for financial gain?
Fine.
I don't care about financial gain, Ella. You know exactly what I care about.
Fine. I already have some stuff made up that can counteract the addictiveness of this. I'll mess around with it to ensure that it's not highly addictive. I don't know if I'll be able to fully root out the addictiveness, but I'll do
But
my
wouldn't
best.
it be more efficient to make it...
Faith? You know not of what we speak of right now.
Bates,
Okay.
us humans are silly, sentimental, and we, well, some of us, don't like hurting each other, whereas some of us rather enjoy it. I'm one of the ones who has some silly little reservations about doing anything about some things, and if you're curious about why, perhaps I can explain it to you one day.
Nah, I think we should just make it so addictive and then sell the cure at an even steeper price. I think that's
If
how
you
we
want your
grow.
parts, you'll do no such thing.
Right.
Neither of us really have a need for money.
Then why do this?
Control. Power.
Or influence?
Overthrow.
Yes.
Wouldn't it making it super addictive make that
I
happen
think
even quicker?
It would,
it's
but
time you learn a lesson, Face.
If-
Make them dependent.
sometimes compromises are needed in order to get help. And if a friend doesn't want the drugs to be highly addictive, then I shall grant that wish.
The best kind of power is the power where people love, respect you, and maybe fear you just a little bit. But if you let hatred and resentment creep in there, things get a little more dicey.
So we create the problem, then give out the solution for free, and then that would give us more control because they would be grateful.
Exactly.
Interesting. That sounds like a great plan.
Now you're learning. Oh, I did have this one new plant that I conjured up. And Ella will pull out this little cactus-looking thing. It's a peyote. I'm pulling out a peyote. This one's kind of nice. You can crack it open, drink the juice inside, and you can and will start hallucinating. It's quite fun.
Will that be our first product?
No. No, the peyotes take a little while to grow. In fact, I only have a handful of them. The easiest will be the first one that I showed you, where you just have to dry it out, roll it up, and smoke it.
Okay.
I think that one will be best then.
Okay. I'll get started on some production lines to make that, but I will need those schematics and parts first. And I assume I'll be getting ingredients from the garden. Is that right?
That's why it's there.
With robotic efficiency, we can just keep going. The only thing that hindering us is the time for the plants to grow.
Oh, I have ways to deal with that. And I'll pull out one of those seeds and use Druidcraft on it. So it'll immediately start to like bloom and blossom and all of that fun stuff.
So you can create them. But what is truly stopping us? Nothing. Nothing's stopping us. You are student council. I suppose the only thing we need now are distributors, people to sell our product.
It should be
There is
easy enough
just
to find.
one issue. Remember how I asked you about that remote not too long ago? Hopefully,
The controller?
yes.
Yeah, what about it?
If we were to get you a new body, would that controller...
A new body? I can't just... I have a core inside me that operates by sort of like a brain. I can't just change like that, I think.
Well, hopefully being down here will be enough.
Okay.
Anyway, stay offline.
But I won't have access to any of the databases.
And keep your online to the minimum. Go online, download what you need, and then go offline.
Got it.
But
Then
do most of your research offline. Download what you think you'll need. Delete what you don't need.
okay. So yeah, that's all we need. Just some people to sell our product then, and some time to set things up. And some other robots like me.
Exactly.
Okay. And
Benny.
as you conclude your plans, we will have to stop this session for now. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.